Hey, y'all, it's me, Mac Weldon. I know it's been a while, but I want to tell you something because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Now, you know I'm a wealthy Texas businessman, eccentric billionaire, but did y'all know I'm an incurable romantic? Because I am. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and in preparation of an intimate evening with your special someone. You know what I'm talking about. We're all adults here, right? If these kids listening to this, I guess you got some cool parents, or you sneaky, like you like a Tom Sawyer or something. Good for you. You should have adventures. It's important. What was I saying? Okay. In preparation of an intimate evening with your special someone, you should consider trading in whatever underwear you're currently wearing for a pair of Mac Weldon underwear, right? You want to look when it gets to that moment, you're going to be stripping off your clothes, get down to your underthings. You don't want some old ratty looking drawers. You know what I mean? You want to look nice. All right? I'm trying to help you out here. My Mac Weldon underwears are made with a smart design and premium fabrics. They feel and look great. And I got a line of silver underwear and shirts that are antimicrobial. That means they eliminate odor. Antimicrobial. On this day of all days, Valentine's Day, do you want microbes getting in the way of your romantic time? No, you do not. Microbes, get out of here. And if you don't like the underwear that I ship you, you keep it. Mac Weldon will refund you. That's right. No questions asked. It's like the old thing. You know that old saying, if you love something, set it free. And if it returns to you, it's yours. And if it doesn't, it was never yours in the first place. Okay, I'm going to ship you some underwear. If you don't love it, you're stuck with it. That's my update of that expression, okay? You get to keep your money, which I guess is what you love more than quality underwears. I don't mean to get mad. We're talking about day romance, but these people that is alone too. So, you know, for those people out there, you don't have a special someone on Valentine's Day, you still need nice underwear because it just feels good. So there you go. Bases covered. Go to MacWeldon.com, get 20% off using promo code PFT. That stands for Paul F. Tompkins, the host of Spontaneous Nation. So you're not only helping me out, you're not only helping Paul F. Tompkins out, you're helping yourself out by getting yourself some quality underwears, t-shirts, socks. I got it all. So check it out. All right? This Valentine's Day, don't buy chocolates. Buy yourself some underwear. See if it catches on. Oh, and by the way, I'm well aware that I said Valentine's Day earlier in this advertisement. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, all of you. Every single one. Welcome, little children. Welcome, the beasts of the field. Hey, if you're an ox pulling a plow, and somebody threw some earbuds on you, and you're listening to this, and it's helping, good. I feel bad for you guys. Every time I see an ox pulling a plow, and yes, it's more often than you think, I always think, I wish those guys just throw on some tunes. Have we done studies to determine what music oxen like the most? And the least. You remember back when that poor Manuel Noriega, when he was having his troubles, we tried to get him to leave his home by blasting heavy metal music at him, I think. Did we even stop to ask, do you like this music? What if Manuel Noriega was like, are you kidding me? I love to bang my head. This is the best. Louder! Turn it up! He was just thrashing in there. Strapped on a flying V. He was going nuts. What a weird idea that somebody had. That's straight out of Dragnet. And somebody was like, I know what we do.
You know that heavy metal music? It's the worst on earth. Why don't we play that outside his home? It'll drive him crazy. He'll probably leave with his head on backwards. That's how they talked in those days. But I think it worked. I don't know. I don't remember. I know that Manuel Noriega is no longer a world leader that we're doing business with. I know that that's not the truth anymore, but I don't know if Project Motorhead worked out. Do you consider Motorhead heavy metal, Paul? I don't know. Guys, it's been a long day. This is the last shit I need from you. We're just trying to have a good time. God damn it. Oh, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest or guests onto the program to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals, if they're not already here, to join me for a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes. Often using details gleaned from our conversation with the special guest, and it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. Thank you, Maestro. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of a theme show today. I'm very excited to welcome back to the show as one collective guest most of the members of the fantastic show, The Black Version. Please say hello to Nyima Funk,
Hello.
Daniele Gaither, Gary Anthony Williams,
Hello.
and Cedric Yarbrough.
Yes.
Yeah!
We did it.
Hey, yeah, we're here.
All right. Yeah, man. Okay. All right.
We're here.
All right. Yeah, the Cosby Kid. Yeah, man. We're going to do this. Yeah. All right.
So that's them. Guys, I have a question for you. This was a question brought to us by our previous episode's guest. Is anyone curious as to the identity of our previous episode's guest?
I'm curious about many things, and that's definitely literally at the top of my list.
Now, even though you were here for that
Yep,
episode.
I was not listening to when that person was speaking. I would not pay attention.
If you are curious as to who asked this question, then I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneanation archives at howl.fm. For about a modest fee, hours of listening pleasure await you. Now, the question goes like this. Have you ever called 911 to help a stranger? Tell us why.
I would say, okay, so we have a thing in the black community where we don't tattle.
No.
That's
And
right.
That's called snitching.
Because the result of snitching is that
Stitching.
you get stitching.
do.
Stitching. But out of, here's a subsequent question. Out of the four of us, who do you think would snitch? Paul?
This,
Who
what
do
a
you think
question.
would call 911 out of the four of us?
Wait a minute, hold on.
think-
But hold on, you can. I want you to answer that question, Paul.
Sure.
But if we're talking about snitching or helping somebody,
Right, yes.
Well,
I know Cedric sees
But
it as the same. Oh, dude, your house is on fire. I ain't gonna snitch on your house.
well,
Right,
I've
but-
narrowed it down to three people. Who would be most likely to call 911 if they heard some sort of disturbance going on? I'm willing to count out Cedric. I'm going to say, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Of course, I like to think
yeah,
that we all would do that.
Right.
If we
yeah. Except Cedric, you wouldn't like.
well, I have been disabused of that notion. I'm going to say, I'm narrowing it down to two now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Nyima.
You know it's me. You know I would.
Of course
You
it's
know I
Nyima.
would.
It's
Especially,
course.
I have called.
Of course it's
Because
Nyima.
sometimes if it's bothering me, like if you're having a loud argument and I can't sleep, then yes, I'm
Right.
calling 911.
You called 911!
Because if like stop doesn't work, then yes, come take these, especially if they're white. Take these white people
Yes.
away. Because I'm not doing anything bad, right?
I once had to deal with the consequences of a 911 call. That was an accidental call.
An accidental
There
call.
was play on we had a broken telephone in our home. It was, you picked it up, there was no signal, whatever.
This is when you were a kid?
I was like in 6th grade. And so my sister was on this phone calling 911, not knowing it was real. About 30 minutes, however many minutes later, fire department shows up. Wow. They're like, "You called 911?" "Oh, that was, yeah. And then I said, "My sister did." He's like, "Is she here?" Yeah, okay, and then they sort of laughed, and it was highly embarrassed. She ran and hid because she was terrified that she was going to be carted off to jail. But they had a pretty good response time. So.
Yeah, they came.
But that was a long time ago, so.
I've called 911.
I feel like I wouldn't call them now.
Well, I've called them for there was a fire. I was driving down the street.
Wait,
hold
on, guys, hold on.
What happened?
What about this crazy phantom phone?
Oh, okay, you're right. I should not. I jumped past
You
that.
already accepted it.
Well, you know what?
I
It just
jumped past that.
and this was like the days of landline phones. So that just shows, even if a phone seems like it doesn't work, they pretty much will all work with 911. So
this
that's
was-
the upside takeaway.
So this was a phone that was it was plugged in.
Yeah, it was like the
but
broken phone.
Like,
You
would
would
it
pick it
ring?
up and there
But
was
you
no,
would pick it up,
you wouldn't hear a
couldn't
dial
anything.
tone.
There was no dial tone.
Wow.
It was like, oh, that's the broken phone. That's
And
like sitting in the back, and my sister was just like goofing off.
How many calls
But
did
she
your
did
family
a whole
make?
conversation.
She didn't even. She just was like 911.
But there's no telling how many fake calls that her family made. Just thinking,
exactly.
like we just playing.
We
and
did.
you call
Yeah,
somebody.
we had a fire alarm that it was very sensitive. So you would burn toast, and there'd be 6 fire trucks at the door. And then the alarm was accidentally set off in the beginning because it was just so sensitive. Like, oh, I went out the door and forgot my book, so I'm going to come back in the other entrance forgetting we have an alarm. Boom.
But your family had a whole thing then. You guys
We had
a
the
whole...
West Tech alarm system. And
I love that the phantom broken phone was still plugged in.
there.
Still in the house.
Like, because did it ever ring? Like, why?
Yeah,
like,
would it receive
I don't know
calls?
if it rang.
Why there? Like,
Because it had worked up to that point, and it was in a bedroom.
Was it a Mickey Mouse phone?
It was a regular old, like back when you had to rent a phone.
Oh, yeah.
Children,
yeah.
gather around, children. I'll tell you the time when you had to rent a phone from Ma Bell.
That's right. That's right.
Because the phone company sort of had a monopoly on phones.
Yeah.
And you'd had to pay like either, or you would, remember you'd go to the phone store and you always wanted the Mickey Mouse phone.
Yeah.
But we had a princess. We did have a princess phone. Never the Mickey Mouse or the football phone.
the Sports
Literally
Illustrated
from
football
The
phone,
Sports
of
Illustrated
course.
football phone.
What were you going to say, Gary?
I mean, I've called 911. Like I was driving down. I don't know if you've ever been to Sherman Oaks, but it's beautiful there. It's everything's
lovely
always
Man
in
of the
bloom.
world?
Perfect.
Everything's in bloom. And I was driving and a fire had just broken out at this building the other day, and I called 911, and then they put me on hold. No, first I couldn't get him. It was busy. Then get put on hold. Then it dropped the call. I called them 5 different times. Nothing happened. And then they called me back. They called me back. Said someone from this number called 911. But nobody ever picked up when I called them.
So they can trace these calls instantly.
Yeah, they absolutely.
Because, and I've heard that the reason you still want to have a landline in your house is because if you have to do an emergency call, you don't want to be calling from a cell phone because because of the way the signal works, they can't pinpoint you as quickly as they can with a landline.
Right.
And so you get much faster response time if you have a landline. So everyone who makes fun of me for having a landline, go
I
fuck
still have
yourself.
one. Yeah,
Right.
Go fuck themselves.
Go fuck themselves.
I have a phantom one. I don't have one that I know that works.
I have
one that might work.
Didn't you recently call 911 here, around here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was here last week. That's the last time I called 911.
Why?
2 weeks ago,
Always
because I
calling
walk
911.
outside of
Like
Paul's
you.
building here, and a guy
My building.
I call it your building.
Sure.
And a guy threw out a pillow with a note attached. I'm being robbed in the
right.
apartment number. And I called 911, and then they sent over the police and SWAT. And then I was out there talking to the SWAT man.
That's
Maybe-
the time you need the local police. number. You know, like that
311, right? Isn't that
or
311?
it's like it's some number that you can't memorize. 311 is like, I'm going to be throwing out a large couch and I want them to come pick it up.
That's
Right.
301 is a couch number.
But you're supposed to know the local police
But it worked.
number so you don't have to call the emergency number.
No, that was good. It was a guy think he's being held at gunpoint.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that maybe the reason the fire department didn't answer your calls is because you had called the week before and they're like, come on, stop calling.
Oh, they know me.
I
They
know.
know I wouldn't be.
I know.
Man, they know
like,
me.
They know you
they
snitch
see?
all
who he telling
All
on
the
this
time.
one?
So it was Gary.
But now,
Gary.
Gary, this person who threw the pillow with the note
Yeah.
attached, turned out that they.
He turned out he was in the SWAT guy gave me the number for a crazy person, whatever that number is. He's a 1051?
It's a 5150.
He's a 5150. But he was not trying to dupe them. He thought he was being robbed. He
Right.
legitimately thought
Right.
he was being.
But it
But
turns
I
out
thought that
it's-
was such a clever thing to do. Like he had written this note, it was taped to a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, he snuck to the other room. They're in the other room.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. Pillow, tape,
Yeah.
sneaking open
Yeah.
the window. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
And he was like pointing down at it like,
It helps if the
man,
person that's holding you at gunpoint doesn't exist. That buys you a lot of
That
time.
buys you a lot of time.
Like, oh, I can easily get
To
the tape.
Like, I have tape and I don't
Who
even
has
know where my
tape?
tape is. Like, I
ever?
guys, don't question that guy. Don't be. You guys are seeming like those.
And
people
wasting
right
a
now.
pillowcase? I mean,
You guys are seeming like those people. Don't be those people. Don't be those.
Cedric, you've
You're
never
right.
called 911 for any reason.
No, yeah, I ignore a lot of things in my life, Paul. A lot of stuff, and I'm trying to think the one of the times that I probably should have called 911 was
You don't even know all the whole
He
number. You
does.
just said 911.
911
Niner.
Niner.
was when
931.
I was I think I was like in 5th grade.
Okay,
And-
now.
And my cousin, who I'd been begging for weeks to come over to hang out with us, finally was able to come hang out.
This wasn't piece of paper.
No, not a piece. That's that's another relative piece of paper. And on Squeaky, he knows my family, guys. Yeah. So my cousin Kenrick, who's older than us by a year, came over, and I remember we were watching Mask. Remember Cher?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
were watching that,
funny.
and my cousin decided to let's make fries.
Okay.
So
Let's make fries.
yeah.
How old were you?
5th grade.
Wow.
12. He's
Oh,
13.
Wow.
So we're the mom's gone, brother, sister, cousin, and me. The four of us are in the house, and so we start cutting up potatoes and getting a big old fryer.
Oh, God.
putting fries in the thing and just.
Right.
Just a rage of fire. And
no.
so I know enough to go into the refrigerator to get baking soda.
He has sense enough to get.
But my cousin didn't, and he's
no.
filling up water.
Oh.
And I see it, and I'm like, oh! So yeah, the kitchen just blew up.
So you're supposed to
Big not
But
break.
we didn't call
Don't
911.
break, no.
1, 2. Nope, not at all. Still didn't.
So did you get it out with baking soda?
I called my neighbor Rick,
You-
who looked like
So
Hulk Hogan.
dumb.
Rick's number. What is Rick's number?
Yeah,
It's,
no, I literally.
It is.
Hey, Rick!
So if you could call 911 by just yelling, "Hey, 911!"
Maybe
You would do that.
Maybe. I
So
still
they need to
wouldn't
make
have
it
done
more
that.
accessible. That's
But yeah,
Got to be more accessible,
It
guys.
needs to be easier.
Rick
to
had
call.
a handlebar Hulk Hogan mustache.
Yep.
Long Rick, and it came. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Bro, brother, and he just, he had a
Body
blanket,
slam.
he
Beat the
body
fire
slam.
out.
Body
He
slam.
ripped
That's
Body slam the
Came
fire.
up the top rope and on the
Beat
fire.
the fire to death.
Oh man,
So that was
Oh, Rick.
Rick.
good old Rick.
Do you think Rick is still out there?
Maybe it was Ric Flair.
Yeah, it was not Rick. Rick is still out there. My mom knows him and his wife, and so yeah, they're still out there somewhere saving fires and little Rick.
When's the next time you had fries after that? Do you think about every time you have fries?
Yeah.
Do you think about that incident?
No. But
I feel like I
but
would.
whenever I see Mask, I do.
Sure, absolutely.
I do.
All right,
Yeah.
as long as the experience lives on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a break. During the break, you'll listen to the ad, right? That's the deal, guys. That's the deal. Okay, we'll see you soon. The Mysterious Secrets of Uncle Bertie's Botanarium. That's not the theme song, but maybe it should have been. Hi, I'm Paul F. Tompkins. For Season 2 of The Mysterious Secrets of Uncle Bertie's Botanarium. Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords. Pretty big deal. Jermaine returns as Lord Joseph Banks with all new adventures in Season 2. In this new season, we rejoin the crew of the Fortitude on their quest to find the source of all pleasure in the world. Called one of the best scripted podcasts by the AV Club, Uncle Bertie is an hilarious comedy adventure in the tradition of Monty Python. Here's the call to action. Call to action, Greenwood 75312. Okay, well, that has nothing to do with this ad, but that was on local television Philadelphia, the jingle for a local consumer helpline. It is in my head forever, along with the Apostles' Creed. Find out more and hear an episode for free at unclebertie.com. UNCLEBERTIE.com. That is unclebertie.com. Guys, do you like comedy? This is for you. So take the wheel of your automobile and swing on down to unclebertie.com. Welcome back to Spontaneanation. We are here with the members of The Black Version, which is a hilarious live show that is done at Largo at the Cornet on a monthly basis. And you guys have done it other places as well. I know you've done it at Sketchfest and stuff like that. Do you have plans to travel around with it more? When you can, I know it's hard to coordinate everybody's schedules.
We're going to Sketchfest again, and we are going to a festival in Calgary.
Oh, yes.
In March.
This will be the first time we've done it across the border.
First time on foreign soil.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll see how
I think
it
it's called the
plays.
NSF Festival.
I don't know if we do it in English. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I think,
Calgary.
do
We
they
do it in
speak French in
Calgary.
Calgary? Well, they had the Olympics once in Calgary.
Yeah.
So I'm
it's
thinking-
okay.
So all of the,
They might
their
have
stuff.
still like dilapidated
Calgarin.
stadium or
Calgarin.
something.
Language.
We went to Kentucky once.
Yeah, we did to Louisville Improv Festival.
So
We went to the Outside Lands Festival, which was amazing.
Oh, yes,
we saw
yes,
Elton
yes.
John in concert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kendrick
but the problem
Lamar.
is like what you said, like everybody's kind of working, so it's hard to coordinate schedules, and we demand an amazingly high price. I'm not
We
going to lie to you.
are.
Right.
We won't do this show for cheap for anybody.
Like, let's say I had...
We'll do it. We'll do it. Dang it, we'll do it.
Come on.
Done.
We'll do
We're
it.
there.
Yeah, we're there.
We are there.
How long have you guys been doing the show now?
I
What
think
is
it's
that?
been 6 years.
About 6 years.
So.
We
Feels
used to
like
do it
5.
on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah.
And then we moved to a larger place. We moved to Largo, and now it's
We were,
twice
at
a
Bi-weekly.
month.
we were at Groundlings on Mondays, twice a month, and then we moved on to Largo, and we were just at the Improv.
Yeah, we were
did
just
a
at
show
the Hollywood
The
Improv.
world famous Hollywood Improv.
The
Yeah.
world famous one.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So for your
get around.
audience that know, it's like basically we take a very popular, known white movie, and then we improvise the black version of that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it always movies or is it ever plays? Do you ever do...
So far, it's
It's always,
Always
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a portion where we have outtakes and extras. We always do the outtakes and extras and DVD extras that come on the movie. And so you may see actors' auditions, and sometimes those actors may audition with a
play or a
Play.
TV show scene
or
something
some
like
other kind of,
And is the idea that you get a suggestion from the audience?
that. Everything's
We get,
fun.
yeah, we get
Okay.
a ton of suggestions from
Yes.
the audience.
What suggestion do you get the most?
Detroit.
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 Location,
Detroit.
Detroit.
The location is
Name
Detroit,
like
yes.
Shaniqua.
Oh,
That is
Tyrone.
the scariest place
Yeah.
that white people can think of.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. And
And
And rightfully so. They should not go there. But it is like the old
It's
age
always
Detroit.
Detroit.
Like
you're from Detroit.
they say it like they think they're going to get a prize for saying it. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
It's,
And they do.
and they do. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's probably why people are saying it,
yeah.
because they
Yeah.
get the prize.
And we tell them
shit.
before, if you say Detroit,
Right.
we'll give you.
Incentive.
This makes a lot of sense now.
So
And
now
like
you're seeing
If
all
it's
the
a black
magic.
audience, you might get, like if it's a more black skewing audience, then they might say like Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah, it's Atlanta, yeah.
And name, you're right. Probably the top name is probably like Shaniqua.
Shaniqua or
Probably
something.
We did do Sex in the City, the black version of that, and that was called We Be Fucking in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
But the audience gives a name too. We're not.
The audience.
We can't be racist by ourselves. We need the help
It
of.
takes everybody.
It does take, man, it really takes a village.
Well, the audience
be
gets
racist.
upset if they're not in on the racism. They feel like, oh, why do they get to have all the fun?
What am I here for then?
Right, yeah, right. So
When you were doing this show, and it's you have a director,
Karen Moriyama.
yeah, Karen Moriyama, who's an improviser, a longtime improviser
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
What is the relationship there? How do you guys work together? Because like for the way the show works, you guys go out there, you get the suggestions, and then you put it all into place. So where does the director come into things?
The amazing thing about Karen Moriyama, and this is not a joke, is she has seen every movie, and she has seen them multiple times. So she knows movies beat by beat by beat.
Mm-hmm.
So she really does drive it. Like she will set up where a scene begins. She'll normally set up with an opening theme song, then set up what's happening in each scene, basically playing it. We'll say stuff in that scene that will change where she's going to go next.
Right.
But she really sets up a verbal framework of exactly what's going on beat by beat.
Right. So, like, if it were on a DVD, you'd be watching chapters of the movie or scenes of the movie. It's not like, do Titanic, go, and then 2 hours later, cut. You know.
You do it 2 times.
really, but it's true. Karen is an amazing director, amazing person, and really, we couldn't do this show without her because her guidance is spectacular.
Not that we won't try. We will
Yeah.
try to do it without
Sure.
her.
Yeah, well, we're trying right now. With
Yeah.
Right.
Failing.
And the only 2 people that are missing are Phil Lamar and Jordan Black. And how did you guys all meet at Groundlings? Like, how did this form?
Oh, it's weird because I just realized I'm the only groundling here. Jordan
Oh,
Black.
really?
Yes, Jordan Black, Phil Lamar, and I are 3 of the 5 black groundlings ever. And so Jordan and I met at Groundlings. We did tons of stuff together there. And then Phil, I think he was an alumni already. And Jordan just realized through all his comings and goings that, hey, I know some other talented black improvisers. I know enough black improvisers now. We could do a whole show ourselves.
Or start a basketball league.
Or start a basketball team. So
A league?
A whole league.
we are that good.
We're really good.
knows a lot of
we really
black
have skills.
so
We have
that's
skills.
how I know. And then Gary and Cedric and Nyima.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan literally called us all and said, hey, I want to do this. I want to do the black version. He had done some on the internet. He literally called us and said, I
Yes.
want to do it. Meet Monday.
Like he'd done like videos or
He's
something?
done
Yeah.
little videos.
Silence of the Lambs. And we were in Greece. Gary and I
Yeah.
were in the Greece, black version of Greece, Summer Lovin'.
But for the stage show,
that.
he for real just called us and said, I want to make it a show. Meet Monday at the Groundlings at 5:30 or 7 or whatever, and we're going to do a show at 8 o'clock. And that was it. That was the first
Yep.
show, and it took off immediately.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
never
we-
really rehearsed or anything like
Yeah.
that.
No,
We just kind of like, okay, let's figure this out. Then and then the original cast was with Jordan Peele and
And Keegan-Michael Key.
Key.
That's right.
Also were part of our original core group, which they are always invited to, but they ended up being Key and Peele.
Yeah, they actually had that show, was just starting right around the time
Yeah.
that we were doing the black version.
And I waited till they got real good and established and had nice, big, thick audiences. And I was like, okay, I'll come. Because, Detroit.
Have you guys done it in Detroit?
No, but we should.
You should
Why
absolutely
have
do
we
the
not?
DIF. Yes.
Yeah, we did a
absolutely.
fundraiser for Detroit, but
Yes.
we haven't actually been in Detroit. That's a great idea.
People would go crazy.
I would love to see what the suggestion of the location would be.
Here.
8th Street.
Here, where you are right
Beverly
now.
Hills.
Very,
In Detroit, they
very
think Beverly
local.
Hills is the scariest.
No, they would be
Yeah.
like, in my kitchen. No, it would be still Detroit, but it's going to be real localized.
On my phantom phone. Okay.
I'm making fries in my kitchen.
Yeah. We were originally only supposed to do them for that summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had a finite number, and then it just kept growing in interest.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, you guys want to keep doing it? And here we are.
Well, fantastic. And you guys have, so this is the beginning of February as people are hearing this. You will be, when will you be in Calgary? You said next month in March?
Calgary. March 25th.
March 25th. Guys, go
Oh,
on.
happy Black History Month, everyone.
Happy Black History Month.
Great.
Great. Wasn't that fun?
Especially now that this country,
It's not.
this country is great again, though, right? And that feels good.
Like I knew that it would.
Feels good.
Feels good to be great again.
It does.
So look for theblackversion.com. Is that where people can find information?
Yes.
Look for dates and ticket links and stuff like that.
And Largo.com.
blackversion.com. And Largo-LA.com. Guys, check it out. It's an amazing show, and you will not be sorry. And hopefully it will be coming to a town near you sometime soon. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we will have our location, and we will do our improv, all of this and nothing else, when Spontaneanation returns. Paul F. Tompkins here in the back seat of a car talking to the driver. Driver, how are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good. How are you doing over there?
I'm good. Where are you from, sir?
I'm from Alaska.
Do you have to drive a lot for your job?
Oh, I drive every single hour of every single day.
You never go to sleep.
Oh, no, I go to sleep, but I go to sleep for half of those hours.
And do you put a brook?
I definitely put a brook, definitely.
Do you use Brooks Brothers bricks to keep your car going? If you got to use a brick, make it a Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, but then you just copied me.
Well, it sounded good. I thought I didn't think you'd mind.
Yeah, well, you're a cheater.
I'm just trying to do an ad.
Anyway, Brooks Brothers bricks. If you're going to use a brick, use a Brooks.
Yeah, but now that's what I said.
Yeah, but this is my ad.
Wait, you're the guy?
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Who am I?
You're just some guy I'm talking to.
There you have it. Back to you, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Welcome back to Spontaneanation. Everyone's just having a good time, except Nyima, who had a family emergency and had to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, we have procured a location from engineer Ryan, so there will be no conflict of interest in the improv. And we are ready to begin our improv. But first, just so as you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we have 3 sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we're in a scene, we want to find out what's happening somewhere else at the exact same time. We use this meanwhile button. We've just moved in space, not in time. It's happening concurrently. Let's say we need to travel into the past for any reason. Someone is having a memory, we're learning how something came to be. We will hit this flashback sound effect. The harp, an old-fashioned instrument. It's the mnemonic device. Let's say we need to return from that flashback into the present day or go into the mysterious future. We use this flash forward sound effect. Couldn't be simpler. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to reveal our location for our improv, and that location is...
Excited.
Danielle, how do you feel? You excited?
I'm nervous.
Well, you should be, because that location is a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yay!
Post-apocalyptic wasteland. Hits kind of close to home. We take you now to a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Shoe. I got a shoe over here. Shoe for sale.
Where'd you get a shoe?
Yeah, shoe for sale, sir.
How much?
50. How much you got, sir?
I got this piece of string.
Table for sale! Table for sale!
Table.
Fuck that shoe! Get this table for sale!
Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
Fresh
You buy,
fish.
we fry. You buy, we fry.
Captain, I'm looking at all of the citizens right now.
Yes.
things are not looking good.
What do you mean? How bad could it be?
There's a guy out there selling a shoe, another guy selling a table, and another woman selling fresh fish.
I will admit that the guy selling one shoe sounds strange.
Yes.
Oh, Betty, our daughter, Fresh Fish, has just been taken.
Well, what you reckon we're gonna do about it?
I don't know. Maybe just cry.
Well, no, you could have told me that Fresh Fish was a proper name. That was the name of a person.
I could have told you that, but I failed in it. Problem is, it's our problem now. You and I, the dueling presidents of this, for lack of a better word, post-apocalyptic wasteland.
You're right, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President.
I guess we should descend from our tower, go out there and try to help the people.
I guess we should. If one of us should not make it back, the other assumes all the responsibilities. However, if we both make it back, then, it pretty much stays...
It stays the same.
Like it is.
Yeah.
You know what? I believe in you. I think that you should run for dueling president.
Are you serious right now?
I'm really serious.
I've never done anything like that before. I mean, I was the head of my dueling basketball team. I agree with that.
I mean, look at you. You have a monocle and a hat.
Nah.
You're perfect.
Well, gosh darn it, Jimmy. I guess I will. Gosh darn it, I guess I will.
Honey, do you think I have what it takes to run for dueling president?
I know you have what it takes to run for dueling president. Don't let him take over this thing.
He's got that dueling basketball team. He's very popular.
Daddy? Daddy?
Yes, son.
Daddy?
Yes, son.
Make me proud in whatever you do.
There's your reason, right there.
You know what, Fresh Fish? I think you could run for president.
Nah, I don't think the world's ready for a woman yet.
All right, then.
Let's shake on this and get down there and mingle with the hoi polloi.
It's time that we acted like dueling presidents.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
time.
Here we go. Descending. I don't know what to do. I need that shoe, but I also could use a table. And then, I've been lonely for a long time, and there's a human being for sale. I don't know what to do, and all I have is this piece of string.
Table.
Fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish.
No,
Fresh fish.
What's going on here?
Guys,
It's us, the presidents.
I'm but a humble matchstick girl. My name is Fresh Fish. Please save our society.
we're going to do all that we can do as presidents.
That's right. We're going to pass legislation, I guess, to ensure that,
There.
things
Work.
things get better.
Better.
And, maybe... Here's the problem, though. See,
Why don't you stand on my table here and tell me?
Oh, okay. You don't mind.
No, not at all. Please, I'm president.
Oh, you need a hand up? You wanna
No,
get up
please.
here? Oh, it's pretty sturdy. Attention, post-apocalyptic citizens. It is us, the presidents. So sorry that we have been in hiding for so long.
They're talking at the same time. They're talking at the same time.
This is inspiring to see the unity.
I want to hear them say more.
I do too.
As you know, we have been secluded in our tower, but we want to make things better.
Little brother, I'm tired of you copying me all the time. All right? I'm tired of you always copying everything I say and do.
Say that again.
I said I'm tired.
Both of you cut that out. I'm in here trying to watch my stories. Oh, don't you mouth back to me. Oh, okay.
He's
You
nothing,
right now.
he's nothing but a mimicker. He mimicked.
I'm gonna start.
Meanwhile, here at Puppet Island, we've been coming up with new puppets.
Jimmy, turn that television off. I'm trying to sleep. You ain't listening to no damn Puppet Island at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Dad, it's my imagination. Get out of it.
Stop imagining things. You know we headed for a post-apocalyptic world. We headed for a post-apocalyptic world.
You can't even say it right.
Don't listen to him, son. Don't listen to him. And listen, promise me.
Yeah.
When you grow up, if you become a father and you have a daughter,
Yeah.
name her after your grandmother. Name her Fresh Fish.
Fresh fish.
In conclusion, we will make things better if you will go along with our legislation.
We've heard it all before.
And we've heard it twice.
Oh, it's not looking so good.
Hold on, let's break off and talk in silence here.
Do you think they're mad because we hid in that tower for such a long time?
I doubt that. I doubt that seriously.
You don't think they're a little bit mad at that?
Yes,
I
they
think
are.
I think they are.
Excuse me, sirs.
Oh, yes.
I just got this note from the citizens. They're mad that you guys have been hidden up in that tower.
They wrote it down.
Forever. Yeah, they wrote it down. They're very polite, and but they're very upset with you.
Okay. I think we need to apologize.
I think we need to do better than that. I think we need to invite all of these citizens up in that tower.
Oh.
Let them see what it's like up there, looking down.
Okay.
I think that once they see things from our perspective, they'll understand us a little better.
You don't think that's going to make them even more mad?
No, God, no. When they see all the plushness and the velvets, the crushed velvets, I think they'll understand what we have to go through on a daily basis.
Okay. I tell you what. I'm going to trust you on this one. That they'll see these people who've been living in filth.
Yes.
In this arid wasteland.
Yes.
Selling one shoe at a time.
Yes.
Once they see the sumptuous surroundings,
they will understand.
Do one of you want to write that on a note, and then I can pass it on to the citizens?
I like that.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Let's write it at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look at this place.
This is amazing.
They got tables all over the place.
Look, 2 shoes.
What? Look how plush.
And food.
Is that
So much food.
Is that velvet crushed? Is that velvet crushed?
It looks pretty crushed to me.
Plush, velvet, crushed. This is amazing.
Yes, citizens, enjoy as we have enjoyed in seclusion for many years.
Look, they got Cheetos.
Ooh, flaming hot Cheetos.
I thought those were a myth.
Oh, true.
Pretty hot. Pretty spicy.
I'd say that was a pretty successful day, Mr. President.
Yeah, it actually worked. Like they were pretty impressed by everything, and they seemed to enjoy the Cheetos.
Well, that's the thing. If you let the lowly see how the other half lives, they'll understand sooner or later.
Yeah.
So we break in with knives and slit their throats in their sleep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, who's with me?
I'm with you.
I pretty much think everybody with you.
But the whole thing, now listen, you remember Nat Turner? Mm-hmm. When he tried to do that, they made him into oil.
But he got 63 of them. They can't get all of us. There's more of us than there are of them.
This is true. There's only 2 of them.
Fresh Fish, you got to lead us. You're an inspiring leader.
Do you hear the people sing?
Not yet. I don't.
I mean, I hear you sing.
Singing the song of angry men who will slit the throats of presidents in a velvet tower at the midnight hour.
You're singing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sight singing.
Yeah.
Probably just singing us off to a good night's rest.
We're gonna fuck them up.
I could swear I heard somebody saying, we're going to fuck them up. Now, I trusted you
Yes.
on inviting everyone into the tower, and
Right,
it seemed
right.
to be working out great.
Now, here's how you make Cheetos. Cheetos are made with dust, basically. Dust, hope, and some little breading.
These just taste like dust.
Well, this is where the toe jam part comes in.
Jimmy!
Locally sourced ingredients.
Did you open these rich people's
I'm
towers?
making my imagination. Stop it, Dad. Leave me alone.
Damn it, Jimmy! Damn it! Regardless, I'm going to sleep the sleep of a king tonight.
Well, I think I will too. I sleep pretty soundly.
Hey, let's do something we haven't done since we were young men.
Sure.
Let's sleep head to head, your head touching the top of my head.
Oh, sure.
Same bed.
Yeah. In our gigantically long bed.
Yes.
We can sleep end to end, but touching the crowns of our head touching each other.
Yes.
So it's like, top of head, and then as you go down it's like neck,
Necks.
then the rest of the body.
Then the rest of the body.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good night, fellow
Guys,
president.
Good night, Mr.
Excuse me, if
President.
you don't mind.
yes, yes.
Do you want me to write a note and tell the citizens that how you're sleeping?
You know what? That's a great idea, Rodney.
It's always
Please
good to let them know.
just write in the note, dear citizens, we're sleeping head to head. Our necks will be very close to each other. And pleasant dreams. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Because maybe they'll want to sleep that way too.
They're going to
Just for
love
fun.
it.
Yeah. All right, great. This is it, Fresh Fish. We read that note.
Yes.
This is going to be pretty easy.
Totally easy.
They're sleeping head to head. Neck and then their bodies, right?
Yeah, I think it goes
I can slice them stem.
head, then neck, then body.
body.
Yeah. I can slice them stem to stern. I'm named after my grandmama, Fresh Fish, but I bet you don't know how she got that name. Hey, well, I come on down to the creek. That's right. Everybody come get your crawdad down here.
Old lady fresh fish down there. Old lady down there.
Wait, what'd you call her?
Huh?
What did you just call her?
The old lady down there, she always sell fresh fish, and I don't have a memory for names, but she always selling fresh crawdad, fresh this, fresh that. I just call
Everything
Yeah.
from the undersea
That's
kingdom.
right.
Yeah, everything from the undersea
And you
kingdom.
know what? I never did like being named Eugenetta. I think I was gonna take the name Fresh Fish.
Yeah, because Eugene is just two names combined.
But they wanted a boy. And my dad was named Eugene, and so they wanted a boy. And when I was a girl, they just named it Eugenetta.
Hold on. Fresh fish, did you say your grandmama's original name was Eugenetta?
Yeah.
You do realize that Eugenetta, that's presidential lineage.
What?
Eugenetta
all
is
that big
presidential
word.
lineage. One of the presidents who's sleeping in there right now, head to head with the other president. His great-great-great-grandmama, somebody in his family, was named Eugenetta.
You mean I'm of royal blood?
You're of presidential blood, Fresh Fish. This was meant to be.
I can forget y'all, but no. You see, if I kill him, then maybe I'll get to inherit all the money.
It only makes sense, right?
But if you kill him, then you're also a murderer.
You're right.
You are in a quandary.
Wait a second, though. What president isn't a murderer?
True. What if we just killed the one president?
Then
one
you
that-
would be
I don't know,
the
y'all.
new co-president.
I'm scared and confused.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. President.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm getting very sleepy.
When I was a boy, I always told my brother, I bet you I can stay awake longer than you.
Oh, I remember this game. Yes, I remember it well.
I'm going to bet you tonight that I will stay awake longer than you.
I will take that bet. Because I'll stay awake longer than you.
And those dueling presidents, well, they settle right on in.
We can hear you talking,
sorry.
Reginald. We can hear
Right.
you. We can hear you talk.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll let you sleep. Sorry.
Using your imagination.
I'll just write it down here.
Okay, thank you.
Quandary.
Well, I'm going in and I'll see what happens.
All right, I guess that's the best we can expect, fresh fish.
Well, then maybe you should just do this by yourself, since you...
Hey, now wait a minute. You were the one told me to do it. Now you backing out?
Well,
Well, we kind of elected you
We
to do
elected
it.
you as a leader, Fifi.
Here I go.
wait, what'd you just call her?
Fifi?
That's a better name.
Fifi?
Freffy? Freffy?
Fifi, Fifi. That's her name, Fifi.
Freffy.
Freffy going in.
Go in, Fifi. For the people. Crush belly, crush belly. Plush, plush,
Plush, plush, crush.
Mr. President, I think my throat has been slit.
What's going on there? Young lady.
Gargle.
Young lady, put down that knife. Put down that knife.
It's down.
Do you realize what you have done?
Saved us from an evil overlord in the apocalyptic wasteland?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on in there.
I wonder how it's going.
I bet going well, because we haven't heard anything yet.
That's true. I figure it would have been like a loud noise or something, some kind of commotion.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to get up there and enjoy the plushness.
Yeah, right? Have some real Cheetos.
Yeah.
Some plush sumptuousness.
Yeah.
Just don't get the Cheetos on the velvet.
Fresh fish, you're back.
Oh, I had a nice talk. Nice talk with the other president.
What?
Which other president?
The one that's my ancestor.
Oh, wait, here he comes now.
Hello, citizens. How are you all?
Well,
Hungry.
President.
how are you?
Better than I thought, and worse than I ever was.
Oh, that's quandary. Quandary.
Well,
Fresh Fish and I have had a realization. Maybe it's not the best thing in the world for us to raise ourselves in the towers looking down on all of you.
Yeah, we were already there.
Yeah,
with
we
that
knew
idea.
that.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, so this is like a revelation for you.
Just for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Sure.
okay, what else?
Well, that seems like a lot for me, but
Well, yeah, we
And
could use
you're
a little
going
more.
to...
Yeah.
with
So
that in mind,
There we go.
I've decided to come down and live in the squalor and
what?
horrificness with the rest of you.
Okay. I mean, no offense, but that seems dumb. Like, why? I thought you were gonna say
You could all
we're gonna
live.
have. Yeah, there would be sumptuousness and crushed
That
stuff.
would normally be what I would have done. But Ronnie or Reginald, I never remember that guy's name who helps me out.
My name's Rodney.
Rodney started cooking fries in the kitchen while we were sleeping, and the tower is burning down.
What? Why didn't the alarm go off?
Can anybody call 911?
We have one phone, and we don't know if it goes out or not. It's just, So, that said, we're going to be living down in the squalor. with
You
the
know
rest of
what? But I'm poor in money, but rich in family.
you. I'm sorry,
Family. You know, the family, your mama and your daddy.
Family.
I guess you're right. All these things that I've had all this time, the wonderful food and the plush crushed velvets and the silver and the fresh drinking water, I didn't need all of that stuff with you people around here. With my, how did you say that word again?
Family.
With my family.
That's what's most important. I mean, if you have a table, say, that you can stand on, I want you to stand on there with me.
And if you have one shoe that you can use to stand on that table, well then, isn't it great to do it with family?
And if you have a string to run through that shoe to make a lace,
Oh yeah.
isn't it great to do that?
There was an
With
old
family?
woman that lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
But we know what to do. Count our blessings that we are with family.
Also, we should find that giant shoe and live in it.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that could take the place of the tower.
Fresh fish. Would you sing one of those old Negro-esque spirituals that you always sing about family.
Well, the family
I guess she's going to.
gonna gather round, and they hear the sweet, sweet, sweet sound.
Oh, I think we all know this one, don't we?
Yeah, let's
Yes,
join
yes,
in.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, the family is gathered round when they hear their sweet, sweet sound.
We really should get out of here before this place burns down.
And it all happened in a place called a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Daniele Gaither, where can people find you online should you wish to be found?
At Daniele Gaither, DanieleGaither.
That's right. 1L. 1L. She's saving you work. Gary Anthony Williams.
At Gary A. Williams on the Twitter.
There you go.
And that's enough. You don't need to find me anywhere else.
What's going on? Are you hiding? Or?
No, it's just I can give you my street. If you direct message me on Twitter, I will give you my street address. That's how I work.
There we go. There we go. Slide into Gary's DMs. Get that home address. Cedric Yarbrough.
Yeah.
Where can people find you should you wish to be found?
You can find me, unlike Gary, on Instagram.
That's
at
right.
Gary Anthony, at Cedric Yarbrough, or on the Twitter at Cedric Yarbrough.
Couldn't be simpler.
What's your street address?
I'm not going to get that out. But or you can watch me on Speechless on
Yes.
Wednesday night.
There you go.
It's
Absolutely.
ABC show Speechless.
Absolutely. Guys,
tonight.
look for the Black Version in Calgary in March. Go to theblackversion.com to find out when and where they are doing their shows. And thank me as you thank yourself later. Eban Schletter, ebanschletter.com. Go to Eban's website and get all of his non-Spontaneanation works and enjoy them because they are terrific. And why are they terrific? Because Eban Schletter is only the best. He is Eban Schletter on all the things. How do you spell Eban Schletter? It's simple. EBANSCHLETTER.
One more time.
EBANSCHLETTER. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you to engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti.
Hey, this is Jason Sklar, one of the hosts of Sklar Country, a podcast here on Earwolf that we love doing, and we have a fantastic episode where we sit down with the hilarious Caitlin Olsen. We talk to her about her comedic process. We talk to her about some inside the actor studio, behind the scenes, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia stuff. Here's a clip. Are your kids in karate?
Ours are in jiu-jitsu.
Does Rob take the classes with your kids?
He would love to. He takes jiu-jitsu, like adult jiu-jitsu. But like for the first 4 or 5 times, he brought his gi and everything in a bag. I'm like, what do you expect is going to happen in there?
We had a blast. I think you'll enjoy it. And you can check it out on earwolf.com, iTunes, or your favorite podcast app. Sklar Country. Get into it.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.